Hello everyone, welcome back to Close to Be Milkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yes. Today we are going to talk about, with a diagnosed narcissist, closure does not exist for people like us. Narcissistic people. Okay? Now, closure is supposed to provide this magical acceptance. Like, you're gonna tell me how you messed up, and I'm gonna forgive you, and then we're gonna go our separate ways. Number one, I think that's stupid, because if the other person is going to admit their wrongdoings, why are you breaking up? Why are you breaking up? If you say that I was a piece of garbage and I'm sorry and apologizing, and an apology is something that you've wanted your whole life from this narcissistic person, or however long you've been together, it's like, well, then why are we breaking up then? And then they can throw in that, well, let's be friends. But just like when you go to a funeral and you are burying somebody that you loved and you see evidence of their death, and even though you know that you're never going to have an actual human meat sacky type relationship again, you're still going to grieve. Now, the narcissistic person is still alive. So when you guys break up, you're like, but we can make this better. We can have some sort of connection. Death is so final, but you're still living. Now the relationship is dead. So are you going to go and play in the relationship graveyard? Are you going to bring your shovel and start digging up, mother sucker? And be like, I'm here, love me, I'm here. I'm not going to abandon you, blah. Now, narcissists, we feel justified in how we treated you. I just had a thought that maybe this is why you guys are like, do they know the difference from right and wrong? Well, we know society says unaliving somebody is wrong. Yes, I know that is wrong. But what you don't understand is that we're not self-reflecting on what our mental health issue is telling us, that we are right in our wrong thinking. I was just looking at my book the other day, the Feeling Good Handbook, and this is all about cognitive behavioral therapy and communication. And I'm reading the communication part on why couples or people in general, how they mess up their communication, and all the things that are wrong, all the things that both of us take the wrong way, all the things that we're supposed to say in the fucking I statements. I feel bad when these things happen, or when we don't talk, or when you're dismissive. I feel bad. Now, that's not going to work with a narcissistic person, because a narcissistic person does not have empathy to be like, oh, I'm hurting you. What we're going to think of is, fuck you. I mean, I hurt you. How about all this fucking bullshit that you do to me? How about? And then you'll get your list of grievances. And that was even in the book too. That you'd never say what you're supposed to say at the time the thing is going down. Some people keep a list of grievances. That was in the fucking book. You're supposed to talk about issues as soon as they arise. If you bring up issues, this is fucking way side note, but if you bring up issues that arise in the moment, you're going to catch on to somebody who either gives a shit about what you have to say or not. Now, somebody with more psychopathy to them, they're going to fake the, oh, I didn't mean to do that. And then you're going to feel heard and everything. But, several months down the way, you're going to see that was bullshit. Okay. Half the things done are subconscious to a narcissistic person. I always say half. I don't know, what percentage. But after all these years of me doing research on narcissistic behaviors, our thinking process, also things on how to have better relationships, and they throw in your face the things that you're doing that are not right. And I'm just like, what? That's bad? This is the way I've always grown up. This is the way that we communicate. We communicate in a bad way. This is the way I was trained, and now I'm being told that I'm wrong. I hear a lawnmower or something coming. Do you hear it? Oh, God, you're gonna have to fast forward this part. I swear I waited until there was no noise and the refrigerator stopped making noise to do this. I apologize. Mr. Chicken, are we really sorry? No, because we have no control over that. So why am I going to apologize for something that I have no control over? I'm not a mind reader. Okay? All right. Let's see if we can get through this. Okay. Most see themselves as the victim. Narcissistic people are going to be like, I'm just reacting to you, which is true. But the things that we're reacting to are either over the top. It did not need to be that big of a reaction because we're taking things more, Mach 5000 than needs to be reacted to. Okay? Also, sometimes we can take things the wrong way. And sometimes, we feel all kinds of negative emotions to just emotions. So, fucking choke that one down. All right. And you want them to empathize with your pain and apologize. Yes, we went over that. They're not going to feel your pain. They will also dismiss it, not see that they did anything wrong to cause pain, and they will automatically think that you are way too hypersensitive. They want you to be callous. They want you to be able to take it. Some like it when you give it back. And then some will play the victim when you do give it back. And you end up apologizing. You don't want to be in that relationship, and you shouldn't be seeking closure from that fucker. Okay? All right. You were devalued when you were not being useful anymore. So you're asking closure from somebody that's like, you don't work anymore. You don't work anymore the way that, you don't care the way you used to care. You don't see me with that bright, shiny eyes and smile. You're not all excited to see me anymore. I always, your energy is all fucked up. You're depressed all the time. Think of it as meditation music in the background, okay? All right. Now, do you apologize to your car when you go buy a new car? Do you say, oh, I'm sorry that I've already, used you. There's too many miles on you. I want this nice, shiny, new vehicle, and the, bright tires, and the chrome is all shiny and ain't rusty, and No, you don't do that. So why would a narcissist come to you and say, oh, I'm sorry, I used you up. Now I don't want you anymore. That's so mean. Now, that sounds more psychopathic instead of narcissistic, because, narcissistic people do believe in the shared fantasy. They're in fucking fantasy land when they meet you and stuff, But anyway, so again, I wrote this down like 3 times. They will never give real apologies or empathetic reflection, not empathetic reflection. They can look back on things, like say that they have friends and everything, and they're friends that they actually are okay with criticism and stuff, constructive criticism. They'll say, yeah, you were a dick, or you were an asshole, or maybe you shouldn't. Let's pause and take a deep breath. Mindfulness. All right. So now, when I don't know if it's fuck it. All right. Some know that they can't have long-lasting relationships. Some people, okay, not all of them, okay, but some are like, they see the pattern. They don't think it's them. They think it's you. They think I haven't found that right person yet, but they're like, this never works out. I always get unhappy when this person demands shit from me, and I might as well skedaddle because I'm not changing. They might have, warned you along the way. I tell you, I've made videos on how we warn you who we are in the beginning, whether I'm an asshole or I cannot be, or I'm unable to be emotionally available, or that they only have very small relationships, they're baby daddies to 5 different people. You know what you're getting into, okay? Not everyone. Some people can lie, and some people can have a very long relationship and then lie about that relationship. Meaning, if they're not taking any responsibility for the downfall of the relationship at all, and it's always the other person, red flag. Red dingle dork right here, okay? All right. So, if they know they can't be happy in relationships, sometimes, and I have talked to other narcissists, sometimes they will set you free. They're not gonna keep you around, even if they don't have backup. Some of them will just be like, I'm tired of looking at your sad fucking face all the time. Sick of it. All you're doing is showing me, you're just trying to shame me with your fucked up face and stuff. Sometimes the narcissistic person is done masking up for you, masking up happy for you, because the happy is a mask. I think even in the beginning of the relationship, the happy is the mask, because it's not real. It's a delusion. Okay. Some have hope with every new relationship. Failure was your problem. Only a psychopathic sadist, now they have to have sadistic sprinkles to them, will use you for their own pleasure through your pain. So they love to frustrate you on purpose. They love to smoke and mirrors. They love to bring third parties in and not give a shit about your feelings about it. Not the nice, gentle, she's just my friend and blah, but, you know, really bringing in hard a third party and not caring about how you feel at all. So do not seek closure through them taking responsibility. Now people are dying. Can you fucking kill somebody someplace else? And the fridge just went on. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, do not seek any closure, because it's going to be bullshit. And they're going to use that closure that you seek for their grand Hoover attempt coming back. Now, I'm not saying that they don't miss you because their self-esteem regulation is all jacked up or whatever. They might come back. If they don't come back with a grand Hoover and it's just, hey, no. That should, first of all, you should never see a message because they should be blocked. But if you were hoping for a Hoover and you got fucking Pussifon Hoover, you should be blocking them right away, okay? But they're going to hold that closure hostage. Maybe that's a psychopathic thing. I held closure hostage. I held it hostage so I can show up anytime I want in the future. And you're going to be all happy to see me. Either you're going to just, you're not going to bring up that you want closure or anything. Now remember, I'm dealing with dudes, and dudes are usually, you know, they're not, you know, I need to know what. No, they're just stoked that I'm around and they're going to get attention from me again. But for you women, I hear too many times where you're sending them blocks of texts saying, you know, telling them, these are all the things that you did. You're telling them what to tell you, if they even read the fucking thing. Because usually when I start reading criticisms, and I heard this from other fucking cluster bees too, they're not going to read that whole thing. The first criticism, they're done with you. But if they do read it, and then they start telling you everything that you want to hear, you give them the blueprint of what you want them to say to you. Okay? All right. So remember this too. I've been listening to a lot of positive things. And the experiences of your past create the seeds of your future. So whatever you experienced, all this negative garbage of your past, is going to plant the seeds for what you are going to bring into your life. You are in charge of that seed. So you're going to learn from the past. You're not going to put GMOs and fucking poison in your seed. Okay? It's going to be nice and organic. And you're going to learn from your past, and you're going to plant positive things for you for your future. Otherwise, you're just going to do the Groundhog Day and keep meeting the same motherfuck, because you're still attached to their energy from the past. So this is what's going to happen. Okay? Or you're not going to even be attracted to any good person because you're still attracted to funk energy. Okay? I ain't talking shit. I like funk energy. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.